Ratings, one and all. A few days ago, an article was posted by the Ottawa Citizen titled, "I haven't paid attention in 3 weeks. Sens players caught knocking coaches laughing about team on video." The article highlights an event that took place on October 29th, where several Ottawa Senators players were in an Uber during a road trip in Phoenix, Arizona, and were caught on the Uber driver's dashcam joking about their team's penalty killing, mocking one of their coaches, and laughing at the ineffectiveness of their special team meetings. According to the article, the players in the vehicle at the time were Thomas Chabot, Dylan DeMello, Matt Duchesne, Alex Formenton, Chris Tierney, Chris Weidman, and Colin White. The video has since gone viral in the hockey community and has prompted an official response from both the players involved and Senators head coach Guy Boucher. This is seemingly the next controversy in a long line for the Ottawa Senators in recent memory. The most recent, of course, being the feud between ex-Sens Erik Karlsson and Mike Hoffman's partners, which eventually resulted in the two players leaving the organisation for one reason or another, as well as ongoing rumours that the team might relocate due to a decline in revenue and attendance figures. Now, before we get into my opinion on the whole scenario, let's have a look at what was actually said. Let me play this roughly 2-minute clip from the incident so you can hear for yourself what is said by the players.
The outside, okay.
You know what?
Free break-in.
The best part about their break-in is the fact that we don't even slow them up.
No, never.
They come in like blazing speed too. Andy's like, oh shit.
Yeah, flying down the way.
In practice, when we break out against you guys, we get in every time.
Oh, yeah.
What team did you guys play for?
Ottawa.
Oh, okay.
You can tell we're really pleased with, you know.
PK.
Yeah, I did Marty Raymond.
Marty Raymond. As you would probably guess, our PK is near the bottom of the league right now.
Yeah, we're like 68%. I looked at it today.
No, we're not.
Yeah.
Will you please look
Are
it
we
up?
dead last?
We're like
What's
second
our-
or third.
What's our keeper?
We're 10. I don't know.
That's
Like 25 maybe?
No, you guys are like top 5 in the league.
Yeah.
Our play is at 9 at 25.
There's not
All
many
right.
teams that get
The
in
old
playoffs.
PKs at 29 at 69%.
Oh.
We're 2% away from the worst. We get
Who's got
buried
the
on
worst?
tomorrow. Flyers and Hurricanes. We get buried on tomorrow. We're bottom of the league.
Would they go 2 for 5 last game?
Marty Raymond.
No, I think they went 1.
Only coach in NHL history to have the worst power play and worst PK within a
Back
calendar
to
year.
back.
Within a calendar year of each other.
It's actually hard to do.
It is.
Do you notice that? Do you notice that when he runs the video, like if you actually do pay attention, he doesn't ever teach you anything. He just commentates what's happening. He's like, here's so-and-so skating on the wall with the
Yeah,
box.
it doesn't say what to do with it.
Yeah.
Well, here's the other thing too. We don't change anything ever, so why do we even have a meeting? Like, I haven't paid attention in 3 weeks, and like I got my first shift like last game,
Fucking
and I
you must have been listening.
yeah, and I knew what to do because he hasn't changed a thing.
I also hate how he quizzes us. He's like,
Oh, yeah.
he's like,
What do you do here, Max?
Max is like, I don't know. For me?
Hesitate? No.
No.
It's like
I got it wrong. Like, he came up to me after. What do you think, Thomas?
No, coach, we're at practice at school.
So, as you can tell, the players taking this ride have some choice things to say about the Senators organisation, and there is clearly a lot of jokes and mockery being thrown about as part of this conversation, especially towards Senators assistant coach Marty Raymond, who is in charge of the Senators specialty teams. Since this has blown up, the players involved released a statement which says the following: "We want to apologise publicly to Marty Raymond, our teammates and coaches for our comments in Phoenix, Arizona on October 29th. Our private conversation was recorded without our knowledge or consent. We're passionate about our team and focusing on growing together. We are grateful for the support of our fans and organisation. This is an important learning experience and we will do better." This was followed up by a statement from the Senators head coach Guy Boucher, which said the following: "Nothing is more important to us during this rebuild than making sure our players and coaches are fully committed to our plan, our values, and our system of play. We have every confidence in Marty Raymond's coaching. in the effort and determination of our team, and in the sincerity of our players' apology. As you can imagine, this has sparked much discussion within the hockey community as to who is to blame for this scenario and what the punishment should be for this controversy blowing up as much as it did. So let me give you my take on the whole situation. I think an obvious place to start is with the Senators players involved. I can understand that these players might be frustrated with how their team is playing at the moment, and they might be annoyed with the techniques of some of their coaches, as they clearly haven't resulted in much success early in the season, but this is the wrong time and wrong place for these players to be going into this kind of stuff. Whilst I don't think they deserve much of the blame for this whole ordeal, come on boys, you've got to be smarter than this, have some common sense. We are living in such a connected world nowadays that someone can record something in a matter of seconds, upload it online in a matter of minutes, and then that will be able to be viewed by anyone, anywhere, whenever they want, forever. This means that saying something in confidence, or that you might regret if it went public, in front of someone that you don't know or trust, such as an Uber driver, is a very risky business, as this whole situation will attest to. I also understand the argument that the players should be able to vent their frustrations with their teammates in a cab without it going viral online, and they should be able to say what they want at this time because they are off work. But unfortunately, that's not the world we live in anymore. As a public figure for a professional hockey team, you are technically an ambassador for that team whenever you are in public. Whilst that doesn't mean you have to take a photo with every fan on every street or spend every day signing autographs, you need to keep yourself out of trouble and avoid saying stupid things to random people about your place of work, just like any other job. We've all heard of employees who have made one stupid Facebook post or made one stupid tweet, it goes viral for all the wrong reasons, and the person ends up getting fired. It's because you are a reflection of the company you work for, and you must adhere to certain policies that your place of work sets. It's like when you went on a school trip when you were younger, and they would always tell you that you are a reflection of your school, so don't misbehave, as it could give the school a bad reputation. It's like that, only they are adults earning millions of dollars to go on these school trips. My point is, you have to be so careful what you say and who you say it to when you are in public, as it can get you into a lot of trouble if you say it to the wrong person, like an Uber driver. With this scenario in particular, all the players did were make a few choice jokes, it was picked up on camera, and all the driver had to do was give the footage to a news source, and boom! Controversy! It's literally that simple nowadays, so you have to be super careful with what you say. However, an important part of this situation is that the players didn't know they were being recorded by the Uber driver's camera. Rob Chasm, the general manager of Uber Canada, tweeted the following as a result of this scenario. A video was released by the media today of several Uber passengers being filmed without their consent while having a private discussion during a trip in Phoenix. This is a clear violation of our terms of service, and we worked vigorously to investigate this issue. Filming or recording passengers without their consent is totally unacceptable, and if reported/detected, we will investigate and take action to preserve our community's privacy and integrity. In this specific case, we made efforts to have the video taken down. This leads perfectly on to my next point. The worst person in this scenario, and the one that deserves the majority of the criticism and the blame in my opinion, is the Uber driver. The driver could hear the type of conversation the players were having, and made a conscious effort to find out which team they played for by asking them specifically so he knew where to send the footage. He then recorded their entire conversation without their consent, and sent the footage to the press without a moment's notice to make a bit of easy money. What a scummy thing to do! I personally think the driver should be named and shamed in this instance, as that is such an invasion of privacy for all the players involved. I honestly think he should be fired for clearly breaching his company's passenger privacy policies. I get that professional athletes should be mindful of what they say when they're out in public, but to record a conversation you have no place listening to in the first place without their consent, and essentially selling the footage off to the highest bidder in order to make a quick buck and stir up controversy, is a real nasty thing to do. If somebody had done that to the Uber driver, I doubt he would have wanted the footage to go public, and I hope he is justly punished for his actions. Also, I think the fact that a news outlet paid for the footage and published this article is pretty scummy too, and they deserve part of the blame in this also. This is a clear example of a news outlet willing to potentially break the law when it comes to people's right to privacy in the pursuit of a grabbing headline and clicks on their website. If news outlets didn't buy this kind of footage and make it into a story, then the driver never would have sold the footage to the Ottawa Citizen and the story would have never come about. If the story was never broken, then there wouldn't have been a public apology from either the players or the head coach, and the whole situation could have been avoided. But instead, a news outlet wants the next big story and will step over anyone's head to get it. It's kind of like reaction channels on YouTube, really. So in conclusion, players need to be a little more mindful of who is around when they have private conversations. The Uber driver should be reprimanded for doing a selfish, scummy thing, and shame on the media for buying this footage and stirring up trouble. And there you go. What do you think about the Uber-Sens scandal? Do you think the players should be more careful with what they say, or is the driver completely at fault? Let me know in the comments below, I'd love to hear what you guys think. But thank you very much for watching, guys, I hope you have enjoyed. Please feel free to like, subscribe, share, or watch some of my other videos. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye!